Good afternoon, students and classmates. I'm here at Politécnico Jaime Sosa Cadavid. I have with me the teacher Karina Maria Henao Andrade. She's going to help me answer the questions for the interview. Okay, can you please introduce yourself?
Okay, hi everyone. My name is Karina Arnau. I've been a teacher for more than 10 years. I've been working here at Politécnico Jaime Sosa Cadavid for about 4 years. I teach English.
Good. Okay, let's start with the first question.
Mm.
What do you think about culture?
Okay, culture is a very important aspect of language. When you teach a language, you necessarily teach aspects related to culture because culture is many things. Culture is the beliefs, the attitudes, the opinions, the way people are, the way people behave. So you necessarily teach things related to culture.
Right, okay, good. Question number two. What is the influence of culture in the process of foreign language teaching?
The influence is very big and very important because you cannot separate language from culture. Yes. So when a person learns a language, the person necessarily has to learn about culture too. And let's say, for example, if a person goes abroad to study or to work, I think that the most important thing is how much the person knows about the culture of the place the person is going, because depending on this the person will be accepted or not. Yes, so I think that learning or knowing very much about the language uh, will help the person succeed in the foreign environment. I think knowing about the culture is more important than knowing the language.
Have you ever been abroad?
No, I have never been abroad.
So how do you manage to teach your students cultural aspects of the language if you've never been in a foreign country?
Okay, as I said before, when you learn a language, you necessarily learn about culture. So when I learned the languages, I had to learn many things related to culture. Um, when I was a student and now as a teacher, when I interact with people from other countries, when I read about other countries, when I prepare my classes, I have to learn things related to culture.
Yeah, well, when you watch movies and
Of
listen to
course,
music,
yeah.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yes. Question number three.
Yes.
How do you involve culture in the strategies you use in your English classes? Give real examples, please.
Okay. When you teach any topic, vocabulary, for example, you always end up speaking about some things that are very particular of the culture of the target language. For example, when we teach the time, yes, we speak about the time, about having days, meetings, appointments. It's normal to okay, not necessarily because you do it consciously, but the students sometimes do it. Yes, consciously or unconsciously, they speak about, for example, how different we are in comparison with other people. Um, Talking about this, it is well known that we as Colombian people arrive late. We are very like easygoing. We don't care about arriving late, 5, 10 minutes late. In comparison with English people who are very strict and very punctual, so it's something that always happens when speaking about the time. Or for example, when you teach vocabulary about food and meals,
Yeah.
you also end up speaking about those differences. Yes. So here, for example, we have some customs, routines, in comparison with English people that, for example, have the tea every day in the afternoon. Yes, so it's something very important for them. And here we do other things. We eat other things. We drink other things, and we have other routines related to food and meals.
All right. Yes. Okay, thanks. Question number four. What do you consider are the most important elements to succeed in the second language learning?
Okay, concerning culture, the most important thing for me is to understand that people are different and to have the students understand that. There are many differences. Um, when you have those things clear, when students understand that, they will be tolerant, they will accept the difference, um, they won't have any problems related to those big differences um, that there are in the cultures. So the most important thing is to understand the difference, to accept the difference, to be tolerant, to respect.
Have you ever had problems in your classes concerning this situation, like intolerance? Person doesn't respect the other one because of the cultural difference.
Okay, I have here I have had classes with students coming from different places, towns, basically in Antioquia. So sometimes, for example, I remember the case of a class where there were many students from the countryside, and sometimes when we had to speak about, I don't know, any topic, uh, of course the opinions were very different, and people from the city used to laugh at people from the countryside. Uh, but as I said before, the most important thing is that you as a teacher have to teach the students how to be tolerant, how to be respectful.
But that situation will always happen, right?
Of
Yeah,
course.
it's very difficult for a teacher
Mm-hmm.
to deal with these kind of situations. It has to
Mm-hmm.
be very, I don't know, like to have the skills to manage these situations in a classroom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we go with question number 5. How do you manage a multicultural course? It is to say, where you have students from different cultures.
Mm-hmm. No, the same. The way, um, the best way to manage a multicultural class is to be very clear and to insist that the students have to be tolerant, respectful, um, and that just because you think in a different way, you behave in a different way, you do things in a different way, that does not mean that you are right, that you are wrong. No, you have to have the students understand that they are like that, and other people are like that, and that's it.
All right. And finally, we have question number 6. Do you think an English course could be better or more productive if you have students from different cultures? Justify your answer, please.
Yes. Okay. I don't know if a class would be better. I think that would be definitely very interesting and very what? That would be a pretty good opportunity for your students to have different points of view, different opinions, different perspectives, and that's something very good and very important for a person. Uh, I mean, a student that is learning, because um, in a class you learn many things, not necessarily academic things, but also things for life. So having a multicultural class is a very good opportunity, a good opportunity for you as a teacher, but also for students to learn things for life.
Okay, thank you very much, teacher. It's been a pleasure for me to meet you. Thank you very much, student and classmates. See you next time. Thanks for hearing my interview. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.